We lost a great fan today. Hamish Fenton, 14-year-old boy who has been around the last few years. The players have gotten to know him really well. He's become a great friend of the whole program and whole Giants Nation. Was at practice just 2 weeks ago, and he passed away. So our thoughts and our prayers are with his family. He's in God's hands now, and I'm sure he'll be cheering hard for the Giants from above. So may God rest his soul. All right. With that, how about this? Is it time? Huh? Let's go. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks.
You gonna go?
Well, we'll see. I think I might like to. You got to get tickets. It's a tough ticket. It's exciting. It's watching the way they play. It's fun because I think it's instructive. You get an opportunity just to see how a team can come together. Just a team to me that's executing at the highest level, operating together on the same page with everything they do, playing with a lot of confidence because they understand exactly where everybody's going to be at all times. I mean, it's like a coach's dream when you watch a team play the way they're playing. So it's a fun team to watch. It's going to be a great series. Let's go get a win.
What's it been like to see the city come together for the Knicks? What has it been to see just the response from the city and knowing what that?
It's been exciting because obviously you envision that you kind of get a little selfish. You want to see that for the Giants. That's what you want to see. It would be something that we're working for. We'd like to get there too. That'd be our goal. Okay, what questions do you have?
What went into the decision to sign Odell and their 3 receivers?
I'd say just principally doing everything you can to be the best team you can be and give yourself the best chance to be the best team you can be. Those are 3 guys that were out there that we were monitoring. We've been talking about all 3 of those players for a while. It probably was a catalyst when we lost Gunner. Didn't have to be a 1-for-1. We had to make a few moves in the specialist department. Those are guys we could still bring back if it worked out where we wanted to. Obviously, as long as they don't get claimed by somebody else or until they do. But try to be aggressive and give ourselves as many opportunities as we possibly can to have the strongest roster we can. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they'll be competing for roles. They'll be competing for their opportunity just like everybody else. So we'll see how it goes. But they've looked good out here, and they've been working hard. And obviously they're veteran players who've had they're highly decorated players in the league. It's just a matter of what can they do now, and that's what we'll find out.
John, you said it had to be right to bring Odell in here this year. What made it right?
Well, I think the biggest thing is him being in really, really good shape. He's got I think he and I talked about it, and he'd probably tell you this. I told him, I said, you just can't be okay. I mean, you're Odell Beckham. You got to come out here and you got to be performing at a high level in a workout. You got to be performing at a high level in practice. You got to be a guy capable that we can see would have a chance to make a difference in NFL games. You've got to be that kind of a player. Who knows better what that kind of a player is than Odell Beckham? And I put JuJu in the same category. So, they're different, obviously, but the same veteran mindset. So he understood that. So get to work. And now we're going to find out over the course of the next week and then training camp if that's going to be something that he's going to be able to do for the team. If he can, great. If he can't, then that's okay too. But he'll have taken his shot.
John, you had talked about it being Odell 2.0. Is this a different person or player from even the one you had in Baltimore?
I do think he's healthier right now. He seems like he's healthier than he was then. That was a few years back. He was dealing with a lot of the knee issues back then. Seems to be good. But that's another thing. He's going to have to show that he can stay healthy and practice, day after day and those kind of things.
How would you just describe the mindset of accepting the difference in circumstance relative to making the team when you're dealing with players who have had such gravitas in the earlier part of their career relative to what you said it has to be right now to make the team?
Great question. It has to be now. I mean that's all good. It's nice to know that a player's been in those situations. He knows how to deal with mindset. He's been there before, but it doesn't mean you have to go make the plays. He's going to have to go out there and play at that level. He's going to have to do all the things we're asking all the receivers to do in our offense. So is JuJu. So is Braxton. So are all the guys. I mean, you got to go help us now. It's the time is now.
John, was there any thought? I mean, the other 2 guys were not Giants ever. Odell is coming back to where he started. There is expectations for him. I'm sure your expectations are high, but not, maybe superstar high. What, was there any thought that maybe this is just not right to bring him back here?
Well, I wouldn't say you don't consider it because, for me and I think for the organization, you consider it. There's a lot of people in the building that, have been here for a long time. So, of course, I asked a lot of questions. Joe wasn't here then, so he's asking questions. But really it just boils down to whatever we can do to make our team, to give our team the best chance to be the best team it can be is really all that really matters. So all the other stuff is, it's part of the conversation. But if Odell or JuJu or Braxton or any other player that we can bring in here is going to make us better, improves it, then we want them. Try to be the best team we can be.
John, you mentioned Odell looked like he's in really good shape. What did you see from him on the field, and were there any plays or catches that stood out and what he was able to do?
Well, I saw the same practice you saw. There were some good 2 or 3 catches out there that he made that were good, and tried to make the one on the sideline. He was tightly covered and didn't quite come up with it. But I thought JuJu was good today again, good yesterday. Braxton was good both days. So just those guys. But it wasn't just those guys. I know it's who we're talking about, but all the guys have been practicing at a high level, a fast level. We're throwing a lot at them, tons of offense and tons of defense at them. We try to, give them a big, broad overview of what's potentially going to come down the road schematically in the season, and that's kind of what we're focused on right now.
John, I know Jackson kind of had a relationship with Odell. They know each other a few years here. How much was he sort of pushing you, maybe, chirping in your ear, saying, hey, Dad, this guy kind of deal?
I wouldn't say much. I didn't really, almost not at all. I think he was. I think I knew he was for it. I think Jackson's probably like any quarterback. Bring me as many good receivers as you can. But it wasn't much.
If I could go back to Sanders for a sec, was that strictly a performance-based release, or is he still dealing with, obviously missed last year? Is it still an injury thing?
Yeah, I think it's a guy. We'll see what happens. I think he'll probably get picked up pretty quickly. But this is one of those environments where, it's windy out here. It always has been. It's a tough environment to kick in, and his style might not be a perfect fit for here really right now. So it gives us an opportunity to give those other guys a few more reps. I think Jason he's still on our radar, but we'll see what happens.
John, with signing Odell, JuJu, and Braxton, does that mean anything? Should we interpret anything differently about Malik's recovery from what you said
No.
recently?
I'd say it's separate from that. It's nothing to do with that. There's room enough for Malik and whoever the next 4 or 5 receivers are. There'll be room enough for all those guys.
John, you had 3 Achilles in 3 weeks. Did that force you to reassess or change anything, or have you come to understand?
Well, we have looked at. I don't think we haven't changed anything. We've added things. It's definitely a great point. One thing I've learned, we have, Dr. Rodeo is one of the foremost tendon experts in the whole world. And really, you look for answers and there are none. You can't predict tendons really hardly at all, let alone Achilles are the worst. So you just don't know. All 3, there's no common denominators with any of the 3 guys. There's no common denominators with loads or anything else. There is a common denominator with the movement pattern that happened when they tore it. Kind of a stepping back reset deal that happened. So we try to caution our guys against that. But what we did was we went to technology, and we went to testing. So we tested all our guys this week. All turn over every stone, all hands on deck, and we're bringing in 4 new pieces of equipment. Between strength training equipment and also testing equipment. Body movement equipment, to try to make sure that we can do everything we can for our players and make it as individualized as we can. So, that's what you do. You try to attack it with everything you got.
You haven't put Roy on IR. Is that because you're holding on hoping he can come back, or is that just procedural?
No, there's a chance Roy could get back, actually. With Roy's situation, time frame wise, there's a chance he could get back late in the season. So we're going to try to hold off on that if we can.
Is there anything you saw in Odell's workout on Monday that you didn't see in April that made this the right time, aside from the other injuries you had?
That's a great point, a great question. Yeah, I'd say he was further along. He looked good back then, but he looked better now. He's been working really hard in Arizona, doing a good job, and he looked better.
2 more.
Darius Alexander, okay? We didn't see him out here. I know you're kind of short on that position. You're down some guys.
Right, he's sick.
Okay.
He came up sick, yeah.
What have you seen over the course of your just career when it comes to reacclimating after a gap year, as far as, being able to come back, or if there's some rejuvenation because you have less tread on the tire?
I think he would tell you that. You know, I think he feels like he's strong and healthy with the year off. So, and Braxton the same way. You know, he was out last year too, so he feels really healthy as well.
You mentioned that Odell was tightly covered on the one he didn't come up with. That's you also coach offense, defense, and special teams. So did you like the person that was tightly covered?
I did. I appreciated that. Yeah, the offensive guys accused me of favoring the defense. The defensive guys accused me of favoring the offense. The special teams, they know I'm on their side at all times. So, all right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.